Hey, welcome back. So I've spent a bit of time learning the track between Gravesend and Rainham HUD-less, primarily in the 700, so I thought I'd take you with me on a run. My next one is a Rainham to Gravesend, so we'll do that direction. I've always played with so much on the HUD, and I just never thought about trying to trim it down, and it actually wasn't that hard, but once I um, started paying attention.
TSW6 and AWS operational.
A normal calling pattern, hopefully. Yep, it's all normal. So of course we'll have to use the HUD while we're at stations, so I know when to depart, when to lock the doors, etc. But then we'll turn it off and see how we do. Right, I am not very smart. Okay, let's lock the doors correctly. Turn the HUD off and let's get out of here. So we are 25 miles an hour, leaving platform 0 here at Rainham. What I like about the 700 is you've got the screen on the left that shows you your acceleration or braking power. Especially being a percentage handle, it's a lot easier when you can see what you're doing. That's our clearance for 90, so we just need to wait until the back of the train is through. Which it should be... I'll say now. I'm sure in real life you have cues, like you can look for markers on the track or something that tells you depending on the train you're driving. So apologies if I don't sound particularly well. I have had a cold. It's got better, but my throat's still a little bit off. So we're good for 90 miles an hour, but obviously we're not going to reach that. Probably won't get much higher than 70. That is Twiddle Lane Footbridge, I believe. And that was our warning marker to show us we'll be going down to 60 miles an hour soon. I can't remember how far away that is from the actual speedboard. Okay, we're 60 now, we're all good. I think that could be it. Yep, that's it. We're now free to stay at 60 into Gillingham. And you want to slow down, obviously, because people want to stop, but no more speed restrictions. Let's slow down a bit early, I think. That's fine, we'll coast at 30. Okay. One thing to remember when driving the 700 is you're looking for the RLU, or the all marker, on a white diamond. You're not actually looking for the stopping boards for the coach numbers. I am not slowing down enough. I thought this platform was a lot longer, which is embarrassing considering I was literally here in real life today. Okay, whatever, we made it. Close the doors, remove the HUD. I like to close doors 10 seconds before departure, roughly, on these. We're full power because we're good for 60 at the moment. We'll reduce to 50 outside of the first tunnel, and then 30 at the bottom of the hill after that. So yeah, 10 seconds for departure on trains like this, the Networker, even the Javelin. Well, on trains where the guard has to dispatch the train, I tend to go 15 seconds. Just to give the guard time to close their doors. Stop accelerating there, because we're 50 outside this tunnel. Okay, we're good. We'll keep braking though, because this is downhill and the 30 is just at the bottom. That should be fine. Yeah, now we maintain 30 into Chatham. Right, let's try for a better stop. Bit of lag there. Okay, even though that is 4 to 8, I think... Nope, the RLU sign is there. This is not going well. Earlier on I did a run going the other way, and I think at Rochester and Chatham, even though the 4 to 8 marker is further down the station, like closer to you, the RLU board was always at the end. That's the thing with route learning. I feel like I'd need to finish the entire timetable before I was fully consistent with driving this route. bad was our start? That's not right. Yeah, but this is what you're looking for on the 700. And that won't always be in the same place as the 8-car marker. Although apparently this time it was. Okay, the speed limit is 30 all the way into Rochester. Although the track does go slightly downhill, so we'll have to compensate for that. I'm quite sure that this ROU board is at the end of the platform. And then at Strood it definitely is. Higham it's before the end, but I think I know where it is. And Gravesend, yeah, it's at the end of the platform. Okay, yeah, Rochester just has an S marker. Is we're 30 across the bridge, 20 as we turn off towards Strood, and then 15 as we enter the station. I think I'm very comfortable with this part of the route, like Rochester to Gravesend. Just need to work a bit more on the second half. And then eventually learn Gravesend to Dartford HUD-less for Southeastern High Speed. Now we're downhill through this entire station. I wonder how accurate that is in real life, because I travel through here a lot and I can't say I've ever noticed. Slightly confusing signage here, because you have that TRLU board, which should correspond to Thameslink, but the game has also put the all diamond at the end here. I think in real life there is actually a separate Thameslink board. I could be wrong about that. I'll have to check that next time I'm there. Yeah, we won't go full power, because we're only 15. I find this 70 the hardest one to judge for when you can actually increase. So I'd probably play it quite safe. I'd say... Yeah, I'd say we're good. I do really wish there was a spot where you could film trains coming out of Hyam Tunnel and into Strood Tunnel and vice versa. But it's all operational land. It would be impossible. There's only a tiny bit between the two tunnels. Start braking here, because again this is fairly hard to judge. But you want to be, I'd say maybe 45, leaving Hyam Tunnel. So you can get down to 30 by the start of the platform. It's pretty close, I'd say you want to be 40. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're on this board here. Yep, I can make out the diamond. Okay, I'm slowly redeeming myself after the very poor start. Like I say, this part of the route I'm much more comfortable with. Okay, last stop. Let's get ready for the 3 whistle boards around Hoo Junction. One thing that does annoy me is, in both South Eastern High Speed and Medway Valley Line, they forgot to put in the whistle boards going the other way. Like if you go to the Hoo Junction video I did, there are 2 whistle boards going towards Hyam through Hoo Junction, and neither DLC implemented them. First one's just there. You find drivers tend to do quite a long blast through here. I'm not sure what the actual rules are in regards to how long you should sound the whistle for. Second one. There's the last one. It's weird how they implemented them on this direction, but not the other one. That's the warning board for the reduction to 50. There it is, and there's the 30 warning. Sometimes I find those boards really helpful, and other times they just don't help at all. Because I don't believe there's actually a set distance for how far the warning is out to the actual restriction. There's our 30 just up ahead. And there's our board at the end of the station, end of the platform. Okay, well, we did make it. A couple of poor stops, but it could have been worse. Like I said, I think you'd have to do it at least 20, 30 times before you really feel comfortable with it. I don't know how some people pick it up so quickly. Right, let's lock the doors and see how we actually did. No speeding, that's good. Yeah, two really poor stops here. Gillingham was bad, Chatham was bad. But after that, Rochester was good, and these three were good enough. Also level 120, nice. How many have I done now on Thameslink? I do really like this timetable. That stretch of track is one of my favourites to drive. 29. I thought I'd done more than that. Wow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this super quick video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.